Hey, like I was just going over the like sheet, and there's, what you tell us that there's a lot of winning numbers for like you guys. You like held them to like 5 3-pointers. You make 9 3-pointers. You get a big game from KB, big game from Minnie. Um, you force 16 turnovers, and yet the final score really doesn't reflect this. Just what happened?
You know what? We took the lead. First of all, we started off the game. I didn't feel like for some reason I didn't feel really good energetically. It didn't feel like we looked a little lethargic from the jump ball. To fight back. We had a couple different lineups. In the second half, we've been down, I think it's 8 or 9 games at halftime that 8 games, I think, or 7 that we've come back and won. I said, guys, we've been in familiar territory. This is what we have to do. Felt like we started the second half, took the 3-point lead. That was big. And then we went, I think it was made 2 of our 15 last shots and didn't execute on Boogie Ellis. They pounded us in the paint. And, they don't shoot a lot of threes. And we had very little resistance. The one thing that we told them that we didn't want to do is we didn't want to challenge the shot blocker. He only blocked 5 shots, but we were 13 for 42 in the paint. It's got to be better. Felt like we had some good opportunities. We just got to knock them down. On the defensive end, our numbers were not winning numbers. Maybe 5 threes or less, maybe those, but they shot 46% from the field. They scored 42 points in the paint. They went to the foul line more than we did. Those are areas that just can't happen. That's not us, and they did it tonight.
I got here late. Played from San Antonio.
Yeah.
Jamal didn't start.
Yeah.
You got Keon in the starting lineup, and Jamal only played 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And
No, we just we need two ball handlers on the court. We feel like this is our best opportunity to win, not having a true point guard. It makes it easier for others to get shots when you have 2 guys who can break down and make plays for others. We thought that was big. I thought he did really well tonight. Needs to get better on the defensive end. Young guys, they're going to make some mistakes, but I felt his offensive presence was really healthy for us. Adding up another good player and knowing trying to get him in there, caused a little bit of disruption in terms of our rotations that we've had. So a little bit of rhythm there. But with all that said and done, we had a 3-point lead with 10 minutes to go. We were shooting 31% from the field, so we know we can do it. We just didn't finish the game like you need to finish to win a league game and the team of caliber of USC.
I don't know it was going to be a big part of this year. We lost, and you come back after that long. You don't start where you left off.
Yeah.
He's obviously not where he was before he got hurt. How far along is he till he is back to that point?
It takes time. I mean, when we lost Keon Brooks for 3 games, I think I played him. I only hit him 1 day, and he was only gone for 3 games, and we had lost to Cal Baptist. He just it takes time. We were in a part of the game where I just felt like we just needed to be tough and compete. And that's the one thing Noah does. And we had the crowd involved. The crowd was unbelievable when we took the 3-point lead. And then usually the crowd helps you, get some stops. And, the key to our game was to have awareness with Boogie Ellis, and couldn't guard a man-to-man. We lost him in the zone. He did whatever he wanted to do, and that's just not acceptable. You got to execute the game plan. I got to do a better job coaching them.
Yeah, you had like a good first half performance from like Braxton, but then in that second half, you just felt like you just didn't.
Braxton, he gets in foul trouble, and he becomes a little bit more hesitant, and that was the luxury when you had Frank, because you could have 2 guys play it full out. You weren't worried about foul trouble. You just, 2-headed monster. And so you lose a little bit of that aggression, physicality. But he has to be better, and he has to be better in the middle of our zone. A little bit like what Morgan does for them, missing shots, doing that. And he has. Just tonight, we need to be better. We needed to be better to beat that team. We didn't have it.
With Keon, he started off the season on fire. He went through a period where it looked like he went through a little bit of a rough stretch and wasn't having as much fun, and he lit it up tonight. Does that have anything to do with him starting, confidence? What was the difference with Keon tonight?
I don't know. He's a good player. He's a good basketball player. Plays the right way. Not going to be perfect a freshman, but he gives you dynamics. Dynamicism. Is that a word?
Close.
I'm having a tough dynamic. He's very dynamic. And so, we're at our best when we defend and rebound, which we were not where we needed to be tonight, and we're in transition. And that's where we get some plays, we get some rhythm, get the crowd involved in the game. We fought back to take that 3-point lead where we were just really below average, shooting 31%. And after that, we just kind of, got away from what was working.
When Cole is doing what he did in that second half, how are you guys different as a team?
Well, I thought the team did a really good job when they went zone of finding Cole. We were patient. We got the ball where we wanted to get it, and we found him. And look what happens. Then there's a couple times where a couple guys, rather than being patient and finding them, where, we kind of took a quick shot, or, we got to find them. That's a weapon for us. We have guys that are really good in the high post. And, in a game like this, every possession matters. A shot here, a shot there, a missed shot, a turnover. We just have to be better.
Keon said that when I talked to him about the discrepancy in the points in the paint, he felt that they took too many threes. How many three-point shots do you ideally want this team taking? I mean, what's the sweet spot?
Well, if Cole Badgema gets 31, he'll take 31. It's the right guys taking the shots, guys that practice them, guys that can make them. And that was getting to my point when they're in the zone and they're playing. We got to be more patient, find our weapons. It's not a my turn offense. That's just how we win as a team. And that's what, is hard. I like to have a learning experience after a win, but that was the team that really played a lot of zone against us. For the most part, we did a decent job. Could be better, but I thought that was the lesson learned tonight for our zone offense.
And then obviously it's a short turnaround until Sunday after dropping a home game in conference. How big is the game on Sunday?
You know what? My biggest thing is, and I told the team in there, I was disappointed in our fight. I thought 20 minutes we fought like hell. It needs to be 40. That's how you win championships. Wasn't acceptable. Got to fight. Got to fight. And so when you fight and you play together, you can go to bed at night, win or lose, and know that you gave it everything you had out there. And that was the lesson for tonight. And so it doesn't matter what play you run. It doesn't matter, what defense you run. If you're not playing with some urgency and playing together and competing, all that stuff goes out. It doesn't mean anything. So that was the challenge.